Well, that was a great team win, and we knew that it would be a tough game. They got a great offensive team, obviously a great quarterback who's really hard to contain. But I think our offense did a fantastic job in this game. I'm so proud of our team. It's a great team win, but our offense controlled the tempo of the game, especially in the second half. And I think that was the difference in the game, having over 500 yards of offense. But the key to it was being 11 of 14 on third down and being able to keep the ball, which kept it away from them, which was a real key. But this is probably as close to a complete game, even though, you can say, wow, they had some really good plays. Yeah, they did. They got some really good players. But our guys fought. They competed. I'm really proud of them. Probably as close to a complete game as we played, all year, and we needed to play a game like that. But the whole idea going into the game was just keep playing the next play, just focus on the next play, be in the moment, and I thought they did a wonderful job of that. Even when we got ahead by 14 points, we controlled, took 7 minutes off the clock, got back out on defense and got them stopped. So really great win for us. And this team has created an opportunity where now they got to make a choice. We've had 2 big games in a row here and still got 2 SEC games left and another game. So you're going to make a choice about taking care of business or continue to take care of business in the future because we can create an opportunity for ourselves and maybe win the West and, maybe get in the SEC championship game, and who knows what happens from there.
Start with Nick Kelly.
Yeah, 279 yards on the ground, 6 rushing touchdowns. What worked so well in the rushing game tonight?
Well, the offensive line did a fantastic job. They got really good movement. The backs really pressed the holes and did a really good job. I think we had a really good plan to run the ball and get the ball in the perimeter some with Jalen, some with some other guys. And the combination of those things, I think, helps your inside running game as well. But it all came down to execution, and I thought this was the best execution we had from an efficiency standpoint in the run game, all year.
Stand right with Dennis.
Nick, considering where you guys were after Texas uncertainty at quarterback, I think a really has lost maybe since you've been here. How much credit do you give yourselves? This is one of your better coaching jobs to get to this point.
I think the credit goes to the coaching staff and the players, and this group of guys have shown tremendous resiliency to keep working to improve. I think they trust the coaches. They respect, what we're trying to do to help them be better players, and it's resulted in a team that has consistently improved throughout the year. And we just got to try to keep doing that. We got a lot of guys nicked up today, but hopefully it'll be an opportunity for somebody else to step up.
Charlie, we'll stay over there.
Speaking of those nicked up guys, do you have an update on Deontay Lawson and Jalen Key?
One guy has an ankle, one guy's got a quad. I don't know how bad the injuries are until they do MRIs and all that kind of stuff. But so I can't tell you more than that.
Back on the left with Scott.
Nick, it looks like he's improvised runs, Jalen, and then he's had some predetermined runs that kind of grown as the year goes. He's really an elite runner. Has that been the case?
Yes. Some of the pass plays, we did run one quarterback draw, but some of them are just getting him to step up in the pocket, and then, if it opens up, he has the option to run or throw. And we do have some quarterback runs on the perimeter that he did a nice job of executing, and we did a nice job of blocking on the perimeter. So it's a combination of both. But I think the fact that we do that, just like if you look at it from the other perspective, because their quarterback's such a good runner on the perimeter, we're playing stuff to try to make sure we got enough guys to take care of him. And they hit a post on us, and we bust in the back end worrying about him running the ball. The first touchdown that they scored. So it creates some issues for you on defense, and hopefully we can keep building on that.
Ryan?
Yeah, this looked like it was a shootout back and forth with the quarterbacks, but what was the message? Looked like third quarter, you guys made the stop. How big was that? What was the message to your team to get that stop?
Well, I think that when you're playing in a game like this, you got to encourage the defensive players to keep playing. And I think the thing that got us when he ran for 160-some yards, and most of those were on pass plays. It wasn't like they were designed quarterback runs. We had spies on them. Spy couldn't get him on the ground. We rushed 4 guys. So the best success we had was actually rushing 5. Kept him in the pocket, pressed him up a little bit. But, the message was we told them at halftime we got to be a little more aggressive. We're going to have to play man-to-man. We're going to have to push the pocket on the guy. So, and we did a pretty good job of that. And, of course, Dallas getting the tip ball and getting the interception, was huge in the game. And that's how you got to play. But the last 4 times they had the ball, we got stops on defense, which was, huge when the score is 28-28. But the offense did a great job of controlling it, so they didn't get it back very much.
Blake?
Nick, where have you seen Jalen grow these last 2 months, and what's next for his progression?
Well, it's obvious that the guy is much more comfortable as a passer. He's reading things more quickly, getting the ball to the right guy. He's making really good decisions when he has to improvise. And those things we want to continue to help him grow and develop. But I think he's learned to play the next play. I think that, early in the year he would get frustrated if he made a bad throw or whatever. And, now he's learning to play the next play. And that's what I told the players, before we played the game. I said, you got to keep playing the next play. You got to be in the moment, because the next play may be the play that is the difference in the game when you play games like this. So you can't worry about what happened on the last play, whether it was good or bad or whatever. And, he's bought into that, and I think that's helped him be more consistent.
Johnny, go back.
Hey, Coach, they got the double score end of half, and then they started the third quarter. They ended up scoring. The resiliency of your defense to have the mental toughness to overcome that and then get those 4 final stops to finish the game. What does that speak about the leadership in that group?
Well, I think that the defensive players did a great job of responding after those 2 drives, which we didn't play very well in. But if we'd have just tackled the guy, we missed the tackle, with 12, 13 seconds to go, the clock probably would have ran out. Or maybe they could have kicked a field goal. I don't know. But, guy goes for the strip on the guy and misses a tackle, and the guy runs for a touchdown. So those are all things that we can learn from. But I think that our team has showed tremendous resiliency all year long. And they've always been able to make plays in the critical time of the game when they need to make them. And get stops at A&M, played really good in the second half against Ole Miss, came back against Tennessee, got a lot of stops. So, this is because of leadership, but it's because of the competitive spirit of the group as well.
In the back.
Coach, you've been imploring fans to be the difference maker in these games, and tonight they broke the decibel record with 113 after Tyrion's interception. What can you say about their impact tonight?
I'm not sure I understand the question.
Just the impact of the fans.
Oh, the fans are great. It was great. The atmosphere was great. It cost them some penalties in critical times in the game, which gave us a favorable down and distance, which helped us on defense tremendously. But the atmosphere in the stadium in the last 2 games, I don't think you could ever ask for more. And I certainly thank the fans for it. I asked them to do it. They responded really well. They played for 60 minutes just like our players, and God love them for it.
Finish right here with Tony.
You mentioned the push that the offensive line got in the running game, but they only allowed 1 sack in the passing game. Just how much improvement did you see from them today?
Yeah, well, we've done some things protection-wise to try to protect the tackles a little bit. I think the fact that we've got Jalen stepping up in the pocket helps the tackles a little bit so they can push guys by. But I did think we did a really good job in pass protection, which, that's the key to the drill, is give the quarterback time to make the kind of decisions he can make. And, when the guy's got running ability, it's even more that way because the defense gets stretched out. They got to play scrambles. If you take off running, it's hard to get the guy on the ground, which we certainly got some experience on that tonight too.
All right, thanks, Coach. That's all we got.
All right, thank you. Appreciate you.